what a spacious chamber! It's most likely the primary tomb's antechamber. Look at those pillars! This barrow is definitely from an earlier period than the ones I've explored in Skyrim. Ooh, that large door must lead to the main burial chamber. I am, after all, quite familiar with this sort of thing. The carving on this pillar, I think it's some sort of switch. How exciting! I wonder what happens if I press it. Well, that's strange. Usually when I press something, something happens. Ah, this panel is broken. That must be the key. Yes, I'm sure it is. A number of these carvings are broken. Yes, yes. I see what we must do. I think... yes, I'm sure it is. This must be the primary tomb's antechamber. Look at that artwork. Definitely from the Nordneil Strife period. If this place follows the usual construction, the main burial chamber is right behind that door. It's what we in the adventuring trade call a puzzle lock. When we solve the puzzle, the door unlocks. But look, 3 of the stone panels are broken. We need to find the missing chunks before we can solve the puzzle and open the tomb.
Really need to work on your flourish when you deliver the opening whack.
That doesn't appear to be very interesting. That doesn't appear to be very interesting.
Don't mind me. I'll just go and examine that panel.
Well, isn't this intriguing? Look at the attention to detail, the complex composition. I can tell that a dedicated artist created this work. Isn't it obvious? The dragon and the dragon priest destroyed a mountain. But from this angle, it looks more like they're building or restoring something. The imagery of the Neo-Strife period can be very confusing to the untrained eye. Let's not leap to conclusions. Interpreting ancient carvings requires training and experience. A squiggle here or a line placed there can change the entire meaning. Let's look around. There might be a broken panel piece nearby.
I think you have this well in hand, so I'll stand back and give you room to work. That a good stab in the heart usually does the trick.
I'm going to be the envy of Nord scholars everywhere. These carved images are simply remarkable. Something praying? Some grand ceremony. Clearly that's the dragon priest. Something ascension, I think. Oh, how little you know me! The dragon died, the priest killed himself, and his followers sealed themselves in this barrow, making the whole place disappear into the mists of time. Ta-da! Now, let's find the missing puzzle pieces and finish this.
Protect your rear quarter. Never fear. I recommend not letting them hit you so often.
That doesn't appear to be very interesting. This up, and you'll definitely get a mention in my next book. Look! Ancient artwork! Just like in the antechamber! Oh, how exciting! Oh, isn't it remarkable? I love finding this kind of stuff. Let me see. Well, it's certainly ancient, but it's hardly interesting. Good for scholars, perhaps, but not adventurers such as you and I. My assistant Berries is a stickler for details and historical accuracy. She loves dull things like that. Oh, isn't it remarkable? I love finding this kind of stuff. This kind of sculpture is called a relief. Look how the images seem to rise out of the very stone. I think it's meant to tell some sort of story. Now, this is purely conjecture on my part, but if I interpret the image correctly, it depicts the Narcissus Dren of his day. Look at how his admirers worship him. Either that or it's a dragon priest celebrating some sort of triumph or victory. In days of old, the dragons ruled the world through their powerful servants, the dragon priests. Now that I think about it, this could depict the time of the Dragon War. Let's find more of these remarkable images and see what else they can tell us. Deal with any ruffians, if you would. I see more artwork to examine. I must determine how to safely remove one of these wonderful depictions. Where did you find that? I thought it was lost forever. I must admit, you do have a keen eye for the tiniest detail. Why don't I just take that, and we can get on with our quest? I did what? How slanderous! I have a good notion to just leave and let you deal with this problem. Ah, you know me so well. I am the great and powerful Narcissus Dren. I came to this barrow to undo the damage I inadvertently caused, and I have no intention of leaving the job half finished. Now, let's get back to business, shall we? I must determine how to safely remove... This appears to show the dragon priest, and their followers going on some sort of trip. Perhaps it was a quest, or a pleasurable excursion into the countryside. I'm not sure. They do seem a bit grim. Good suggestion, but it's difficult to know for certain. To convey complex ideas such as an exodus with a single image is harder than you think. Let's look around. We might find one of the missing pieces for the tomb lock around here. Back to the tomb door! That puzzle lock is as good as solved! Well done! You're turning out to be one of the best assistants I've ever had. Now, press the panels in the proper sequence. Puzzle locks can be tricky. Go ahead and give it another try. Nothing happened. If you must guess, at least try to guess correctly. Remember, each bas-relief told a different part of the full story. Did it! This way! Oh, you Will. The Dragon Priest. That might explain the Draugr activity. Good work with the Dragon Priest. Now, let me just... Oh, keys! I knew it! The treasure vault awaits! hear the locks turning. Come on. I knew there was a vault in this barrow. Look at all these treasures. I'm beside myself with elation. Must be around here somewhere. Come to Narcissus Dren, you ancient beauty. This will increase my reputation 1,000-fold. Well, this has been a most exciting adventure. You did quite well, my able assistant. Oh, that was exhilarating! I'd say we're done here. Another profitable adventure for the famous Narcissus Dren. But it's a dragon priest mask, an early one no less. It will be a crowning glory in my vast collection. Besides, Narcissus Dren does not loot. He searches, he explores, he entertains, and I couldn't have done it without your help. A fraud? What a hurtful thing to say, and it wasn't my... Oh, all right. Perhaps my initial investigation caused a bit of a problem, but now that the dragon priest has been vanquished, the problem will take care of itself. All's well that ends well. Tell the villagers? Certainly. They'll want to hear all about how Narcissus Dren saved the day.
I'm better at research than actual field work. I heard they're establishing a museum in Orsinium. Perhaps I'll go... Ancient texts and relic, mostly. I'm apprenticed to the faith. As a matter of... Tell Narcissus I quit. So long, Borfrey!
Master Dren headed toward the Orc village. Said something about wanting to...
lightning reflexes, I flung a pair of daggers, dropping 2 of the foul creatures. Ah, here comes my able apprentice, who distracted the 3rd Draugr while I solved the tricky puzzle lock. Have no fear. I'll continue my tale momentarily. I need to speak to my apprentice. Oh, we did good work today, my friend. You should be proud. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to finish my tale and then accept compensation from my adoring public. Every story needs a little embellishment. Surely you've read my books. I know how to hold an audience's attention. The Draugr dilemma. That was an unfortunate accident, but I acquired a rare dragon priest mask, and the Draugr have begun returning to their slumber, all thanks to my efforts. And with your help, of course. Very well, if you insist. I'll speak to Mosgroth. But don't think this makes you better than me, do-gooder. I knew you weren't cut out for adventuring the moment I saw you. And you know this means I won't be mentioning you in my next book. My good woman, I can't in good conscience take gold from your clan. What I found in the barrow more than compensates me for my time.
It seems that the famous adventurer found something worthwhile in the barrow. He even waived his fee for helping us. We're not so proud that we'd turn down gold, but this isn't my first hunt. I know. It seems that the famous... We're not so proud that...
a way in through the sewers. He drew me a map.
You made us proud today. Our ranks have swelled in recent months, and our coffers are overflowing with jewels and gold. We want to see the spoils go to the best among us. It's a verbal handshake. You know what? Go talk to Glirian the Redbeard. He'll tell you everything you need to know. Glirian's a good sort. Just not too friendly. Doesn't show any emotions, really. Is bloodthirst an emotion? Never mind. Oh, the usual. Mother robbed tombs for decades in the dunes of Alakir. She raised me on her hip and forced me to join the Undaunted with her. It's the sort of thing every daughter has to deal with. Oh yes, she's a proud member. Goes by the name Hel Ralala. Just don't, you know, talk to her. She's a mean old bird. A funny story. When she was young, some thick skull heard her name and had trouble pronouncing it. Her real name is Hel Alragath, just like me. But Ralala stuck, and she's been using it for 30 years.
Is there something I can do for you, Undaunted? Marge, Urgalag, and I have been selected to curate a challenge for our fellows. We will be sending Undaunted into the depths of Tamriel in search of treasure and glory. The difference is the reward. Every day, we three decide on specific dungeons the crew will explore. Steadfast like yourself can take a pledge to see the job done. Marge's demeanor best suits the new blood. I understand the fragility of life. I will not sugarcoat the tasks I give our more seasoned cohorts. And Urgalag will simply choose... You earn keys, which you can turn into us to gain gear we keep on hand. Harder challenges result in more keys and more opportunities to fill your pockets. Very good. Then make your introduction to Urgalag Chiefbane if you value your ability to chew. She would not take being snubbed lightly. Make your introduction to Urgalag brief. Sparking her ire or her interest could be detrimental to your health. The Undaunted have grown in number of late. Stalwarts like you have done too much, hauling precious treasures from the dark places in the world. The crew did not form so that we could own manors or barter for a seat on the Imperial Council. We formed to explore, to have fun. Why not share in our bounty, in our good fortune? It was my idea. Many of our cohorts are drunken thrill-seekers. That's not how I see life. Thus, the pledge. A pledge to explore the deep places in the world. I'd prefer it. I pledge to explore, state the name of the dungeon here, and return undaunted. Simple, I think. Noble. Ah, yes. My background is somewhat different than other members of the crew. In years past, I was a Vinedusk Ranger. I served in the conflict that split Valenwood asunder. Yes, I did things. Things I will not speak of. Today, every gasp of breath is precious to me. The sight of your pulse... As I said, life itself thrills me.
You a talker or a gawker? Might earn a busted lip either way. Guess I'll leave your face as it is then. Can't make any promises about that in the future. That's not always a threat. Faces are good for more than punching on rare occasion. I suppose I'll be getting used to seeing yours around. Or not. Could get it mauled off on your first pledge. Break hearts, break faces, break anything I feel like, really. And when the mood strikes, I assign pledges. Undaunted who want to be among the first to see a newly discovered dungeon go through me. Even we haven't seen everything Nirn has to offer. Some Undaunted sponsor expeditions to find new challenges to overcome. That earns them the privilege of taking the first crack. You stake a claim on some new dungeons, I'll offer you pledges for it. Good. Tell Marge I said to give you a key. Maybe that'll help you keep that face long enough for me to get to know it. Go on, finish your business with Marge, then you can try to impress me. Let's say I don't bow to tradition, especially concerning romance. Someone catches my eye, I'll win their heart. Bloodied my blade on dozens of jealous lovers. Not to mention preachy types who can't mind their own business. In the old clans? Yeah. When Orsimer disapprove of your behavior, blades do the talking. I'm very opinionated.
Hey there, Scrub. You'd best stay back. We are speaking of blood and glory, for we are undaunted. Did she now? She must like you. In that case, you're going to need all the help you can get. Take your key and come back when you're ready to take the pledge. I can't wait to see what you're made of. Last time we spoke, Turok Redclaws called you a milksop. Don't let him get away. Fungal Grotto. A dark elf spider cult found some their leader, Violet Theron. That musty grotto.
You want to make some gold, Walker?
Right out, he hurled it across Tamriel, and the heart was heard to shout, Red Diamond, Red Diamond.
Welcome to the Cloudy Dregs.
Red Diamond, Red Diamond, protect us till the end. The laughing heart sprayed blood upon our gods on Cyrodiil, and like a dart shot to its mark, down in an alien well. Magic effused the Lorcan blood to crystal red and strong. Then wild elves cut and polished it down to Chimel Adabal. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. When elves lost learn to mount,
right on time. I'm joking, of course. Honestly, I feared you wouldn't come. Divination and prophecy yield few certainties. Still, this vision was clearer than most. You and I, this room, the scent of ale and wood smoke. Yes, this was meant to be. I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. I see a tangle of futures, a swirling mass of action and consequence. Every now and again, though, a specific moment strikes like a thunderbolt. Moments like this. Some dark entity stalks the oracles of Azura. Yes, servants of the Twilight Queen. My friends and I decipher visions of the future for other votaries of Azura. Unfortunately, something is abducting us one by one. Bring this crystal to Pariah Abbey. Our Rose Mother will tell you the rest. I do hope you'll hurry to Pariah Abbey. I see the other oracles, my friends, languishing in chains. A prison that hurtles through space and time, filled with Daedra and choking steam. Oh, all the time. Makes dinner dates interesting, I can tell you. One moment we're speaking about the consistency of the soup, the next, ha!